If I gave you 800 Brazilian reais, what would you specifically do to multiply that money? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. So here it is, 800 bucks, all in 100 notes, all right? And seriously, you here? Hold on. Let's just start with this right here. Let's talk about this. Here's the challenge. You say what you would do, and I'll say what I would do. And the audience will judge in the comments which idea is better, all right? Let's start with 100 bucks, then we'll go to 300, then to 800, okay? And then you all will judge which would be the best idea. Let's start.
With only 100 bucks.
There are 3 stages. The first stage is just 100 reais. Here you go. You're going to give your idea of what you would do with 100 reais to multiply that amount by 10. Anyway,
Man,
anything at all that you can possibly do that's completely legal. Obviously, right? Anything you would do as long as it's legal to multiply that by 10. But the cool part is that we're doing this as a 24-hour challenge. Multiplying that by 24 in just 24 hours isn't easy.
right? Okay. I wouldn't go out distributing money. I'd rather buy a box of delicious pachoca, some sweet candy, something really delightful like that. I'd see what would be more interesting at the distributor when I went to buy. 100
Bucks enough to buy?
bought enough.
To buy a lot of pachoquinha, actually.
Yeah, you can buy several boxes of candy, something like that, right? Here I would attract more attention and I would see what would be better, more interesting for the audience. And I would sell, man. I would be sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that I could turn that 100 into 1,000 reais in 24 hours. 24 hours? I guarantee it. I guarantee because
You'd sell a lot of pachoca, huh?
a lot of pachoca, I guarantee it because I am, of course, for sure. Then I would go to a place with a lot of foot traffic, maybe a square, a park, or even at a traffic light. I would dress in a nice way so it wouldn't look weird either, right? A nice, decent look.
Wearing some sharp clothes, man.
Some sharp clothes, because first impressions matter, folks. That's really interesting. Keep that in mind. If you're going to do something, if you're going somewhere to sell or for any reason, you need to dress well. So I would already be dressed well and approach people using some kind of like an uncommon pitch. Hey, I'm selling this pachoca here. Would you like to buy it from me? I would use a killer pitch to grab the person's attention and resell. In about 5 or 6 hours, maybe even less, I could double this to 1,000 reais.
Yeah, now you guys are going to judge me with the next idea I'm about to share. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had an experience like this?
Selling.
On the street? On the street?
No.
So you've never had experience? Never?
No. I've had the experience of talking to people on the street, but not to sell anything.
Yeah, interesting. So your first sales experiences would be on the street.
First of all, nowadays it's really easy. There's ChatGPT to help you out, to assist you. There are also people who do this, who explain how to do it on TikTok, on social media. Today you don't need to create anything from scratch. Just look at something similar to what you want to do and model it in your own way, with your own personality. Because you have your own way of approaching things, you have your own style too. You don't have to be that other person in order to do this. You'll use the way they do it and adapt it to your own style for yourself.
Do you guys think it was worth recording a video like this? And afterwards, let's do it with these ideas? I don't know. If you want us to record it in practice, to actually show it, leave a comment below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more content. Who knows, maybe we'll actually record it in practice. How's that going to work? Guys, here's the thing, it's my turn. Look, I'm going to base it on the investment I made. Of course, I just had a little experience now in the video. 100 reais turns into 1,000 reais. It's not that hard to do this, okay? It's not that hard to turn 100 reais into 1,000 in 24 hours. Maybe, if you really start from absolute zero and you go from 0 to 1,000, maybe it's a lot harder. The level of difficulty increases a lot. Now, if you already have 100 reais here, you just need a little bit of creativity. Basically, I did a test where I put 100 reais into 3 different businesses. I invested in stocks, but 100 reais from home, okay? I invested in stocks, 100 reais, bought 2 stocks, it didn't turn into anything. 100 reais didn't change much. I invested in Bitcoin, bought Bitcoin, but it was over 3 days. So I was holding it for about 24 hours. Nothing changed with Bitcoin either, but the third business changed a lot. The third business, I invested 100 reais in paid traffic to sell an info product online. And I multiplied it from 100 reais to 1,000 reais, actually 1,054. But to be more specific, that's what I did and what actually worked in practice. Now look, there's a video of me doing this, surviving, and showing it to you. It's here on my channel. The first thing I do, if it weren't for this business I've already done and showed in the video, let's suppose that doesn't count because I've already done it, applied it, and all that. What would I do? I'd put on a suit, dress really well, a proper suit, and here's what I'd do. I wouldn't sell pachoca. I'd sell something that would give me a slightly higher profit margin and be a more common product. I would sell water at the traffic lights. But I would sell water with a tray, just like a waiter, you know? A classic waiter. I'd put on a crisp suit, carefully add a smart bow tie, then grab a tray, put some refreshingly cold water bottles on ice, all sealed, in little individual bottles. I'd go out and literally sell at the traffic lights, and I'd test it out. I'd probably start in 3 different places and see which one would give me the best ROI.
Interesting, because water, 100% of people see it. And pachoka, sometimes there are people who don't like it, who don't want to eat sugar. Oh, but there's pachoka that doesn't have sugar, right?
It was more expensive.
Interesting.
I would sell water because there's not much room for error, but I wouldn't sell alone. I'd call 3 more friends, my buddies, to sell with me, all dressed up in suits the same way. Maybe if someone didn't have a suit. Okay, a formal outfit, right? I would call 3 additional friends to help sell with me, and I would split the entire profit evenly. I wouldn't aim for 1,000 Reais, I'd multiply that to 3,000 Reais. Because if you set a somewhat higher margin and you hire, well, hire in quotes, you have partners to genuinely help you, I'd do the following. In the morning, we'd test in 3 distinct places where the sun is quite hot and people are truly thirsty. And in the afternoon, we'd see which of the 3 specific places brought in the most profit. And whichever one did, we'd all go there in the afternoon. All 3 of us, and we'd buy. This one gives a lot of refreshing water, okay? Yeah, it gives a lot of water.
It gives a lot of packs. At the
distributor, really cold. Man, in the morning, on the days we worked in the morning, we'd go to the distributor itself, where it's already cold, buy some ice, and put it in a cooler to chill. That way, we wouldn't have to buy water from the distributor anymore. We'd buy it at the wholesale store. Awesome. Because at the wholesale store, it's cheaper, half the price. It's 1 real 80 cents for a small bottle of water. And that's what we were going to do. Now, awesome! Leave a comment below, because now I could probably finish the day with at least 2,000 or 3,000 reais in water sales. I really could. I'd aim for a goal of 3,000, because you have to have a goal. And if I set the goal at 1,000, that's a really low target, right? So,
awesome.
That's it. So, what did you think?
Man, interesting. There's no way. You can't go wrong with water. With water, you're going to hit 100% of the jump, and
you think so?
You'll sell, man.
You'll come back with nothing left if you know how to sell, are well dressed, and have the cap on your head. And people, I think the biggest secret to this is people, you're going to call 2 friends to help you out there, to be your business partners.
For real. And another thing, everything you're talking about in other videos too, it always has something to do with communication. The person who can't, I'm really shy, man. I can't speak, I'm not like that. It's true. They have to force themselves to develop their communication, even if it's just a little bit more. I'm not really awesome. I don't actually need to graduate or to speak like a lawyer or a doctor. I don't really think so. That's not quite it. You're going to talk normally, but you'll be able to develop a topic, let it flow.
You know what really makes a difference? Consume good content. For example, if you consume content from people who know how to communicate well, you will most likely learn a lot by consuming content.
Yes.
Now you only consume junk content. You, man, what's up? Disgusting videos. Only for roasting. Your tick is full of shit.
Haven't learned anything.
There, son.
I learned nothing. Curiosities. You have a curiosity here, something like that. I'm also going to read a book that will help me. And it really does help, by the way.
A lot, a lot.
That will really help you with communication. You don't have to be amazing. You don't have to be the Pablo Marçal of the world.
Now you have 300 reais and you can't repeat the same thing, okay? Man, I also have 300, look.
I'm going to give a challenge. You're challenging me. I'm going to challenge you before you even enter. Before we get into this citizen challenge here, what if you had nothing? Nothing to begin with.
And there, nothing to start with?
Nothing. Zero. Zero.
Zero?
Zero. What were you going to do? You don't have 0 cents in your bank account. You have nothing. But I need some money. I need to get out of zero, literally from zero.
I've seen videos on TikTok of people who sell anything. They pick up a rock and sell it, but they don't just sell the rock because it isn't really anything. No, they sell the rock by creating some story behind it. A good storytelling and a good copy is what makes the sale. I would watch those videos and replicate that. I would replicate what already works. And I would do it without reinventing the wheel at first. How? Let's break it down, right? Since you asked. I don't think I would create anything new. I wouldn't invent or come up with things from scratch. I would take something that already works, something I've already seen working that actually gets results. And that I think I have a knack for. I would be real with people because folks don't like lies. People can sense when something's full of lies.
They can tell.
If you lie to make a sale,
they can see when someone is lying.
Lying is the first thing that keeps you from selling. If you just want to lie, see what I mean? It's actually easy.
And people make it out to be so hard, right?
It's easy. Then you make 100 to start. Then you make 200, 300. And now you have 300 bucks to make 3,000 Reais in 24 hours. Man, the level of difficulty keeps changing. Because making 1,000 with 300 Reais is one thing, but turning 300 into 3,000 in 24 hours, there's a secret. If you can pull off, I think there's a secret.
To do what you're talking about here, there is a secret. I think
there's a secret to being able to turn 300 Reais into 3,000 Reais in 24 hours. There's a little secret. There's a little secret, and I think there is. Man.
I would already start bringing in capable people to assist me and provide support. I'd definitely hire more additional individuals and personnel. And I'd split those 100 Reais among those 3 people. For them to do, it has to be something related to sales, right?
You have to multiply.
You just need to multiply. You have to
multiply. I don't know if there's any other way besides sales for you to multiply that. I don't know, but
I'd go with my sales experience, really, that I've already had, right? So for me, it's not something that I'm sure there's a way to mess up. It'll be easy for me. So I'd already split these 300 Reais here among 3 people without paying them. And I'd go out and sell 2, each one doing this sales role, selling a product. And by the end of the day, I'd have those 3,000 Reais. Then I'd pay each person's share. I'd keep the rest, but you.
We sell what?
I was going to sell popsicles on the street. You were just going to
have to buy popsicles ready-made?
Buy popsicles.
Or make them. 24 hours.
I'd get them from someone who already makes them. Someone who already makes ready-made popsicles for me. I'd order and buy the popsicles and already split them among those 3 people. They would sell them for me.
Your profit margin would be tight. I think because like this, let's do some basic math here. It's cool. Dude, the calculator here, if you have 300 Reais and pay 3 Reais for a cold one, play.
There are 3.
It will give 100 cold ones. How much will you sell 100 cold ones for?
It would sell for 6.
Real. 6? 100 profit.
100 profit.
6. That makes 600 Reais. You would need 3 sales. No more than that. 600 Reais, 600. 3,000. Divided by 600. You would need 5 sales to hit the amount, and you with 300 Reais. Now I'm curious about what you were going to do. I was going to look for a product with an average ticket of at least 10 to 20 Reais. A product that I really like. It's called Balabaiana. Here in Goiara, we call it. Here, it has a low cost. I would sell that. It's made on the spot. You can make it yourself. It's ready in 2 hours. And with 300 Reais, you can do a lot. And the profit is high. With 100 Reais, 200 candies. Crazy. Look how crazy that is with 100 Reais, 200 candies. It's
a really good product, huh? Very good. I'm impressed, man. If we do some research, we can find several other products. Good, eye-catching, that you can sell quickly. There's demand. There will always be demand.
My friends, now this is it actually, huh? Now here's the big move, which is this right here, look. Multiply 800 Reais. The last challenge of the video. This is the challenge, because this is where the secret I mentioned comes in. Here it's more applicable. Do you know what the secret I mentioned that I didn't tell you? Yes. You hit the nail on the head. You said, first thing you said afterwards, right? I would hire 3 people. The secret to multiplying a lot. With little in a short time is having many people. It's entrepreneurship. That's the secret. And here, there's no way I can move on to this last topic here without talking about this secret, because we're going to have to apply this secret in a really clever way to be able to multiply 800 Reais into 8,000 Reais in 24 hours. 800 into 8,000 in 24 hours. Now you're going crazy because you think so. Wow, if that's possible, I'm poor and I'm dumb. My dream, earn 8,000 Reais, then multiply it by 800 Reais in 8,000? Or today is Father's Day. So nothing better than this last challenge here. I call my father here. And
Aldo,
sit here.
Now it's you and 2 there.
Go. Here, look, you have it here. Start thinking about it. You have it here. 100, 200, 300, 500, 500, 800, 800. I have to multiply this money here. In 24 hours, you have to multiply it by 10 times. So in this case, 800 Reais, you have to turn it into 8,000.
So in 24 hours, I can multiply it.
You're going to give a truly brilliant idea that is possible. And if possible, you will give a brilliant idea.
No, I'll do the following. 800 Reais is enough to set up a great business for you to earn a lot of money. In the center of São Paulo or Goianese, where there is a flow of many people. You buy that one, it's a great deal. You work with that. That popcorn, you know, little bags of popcorn. Everyone likes them, popcorn.
Regular popcorn?
Sweet popcorn, sweet. That sweet, tasty one. You take 800 Reais and invest it all. It's
the low cost.
Invest it all in popcorn. You get 10 people and say, look, I'm going to put 100 Reais in your hand. 100, 100, 100. And you say, go out to the streets and sell. But not selling door to door. You're going to put it at the sell at the traffic lights. Great business. You're going to put it there at the traffic lights and charge 2 Reais. You're going to pay 20 cents for each little bag of popcorn. You sell it for 2 Reais. You make about 20 cents on each of those little bags. You multiply by, how much does that come out to? Multiplied, yeah.
The profit is really high.
So
You have to sell in high volume.
and you can sell everything in a day. Everyone sells everything in a day. All the material you put in someone's hands, they can sell it in a day.
But a secret here is the way you sell. It's not just showing up, putting it on the side mirror and walking away. No, with a little note like this, a little package with a note that says, look, help me get my place. No.
No, forget it. Do you understand?
It's not a scarcity mindset, no.
Especially if the guy sees a kid in the car. Oh, he'll just come up and grab that little bag of popcorn right there. Look, take this little bag of popcorn. He'll come up and hand it straight to the child. You get it? Because it's just 2 reais. Everyone has it.
If Santos started with,
That's right.
he started selling candy, the stoplight, because he knew how to sell. He didn't know how to beg handouts. People out there ask for handouts, and handouts don't sell. They never sell.
So I managed to successfully go from just 20 cents to a full 2 reais for each individual little bag. And from 100 reais, it goes up to 2,000 reais. Then 8,000 reais comes in for me in the afternoon. From 800, 8,000 comes in for me in the afternoon.
Just increase the sales volume.
You ask how I'm going to explain it. 800 to 8,000. So even that, it's a legitimate way.
Good. Because the ideas are similar, right? The idea of multiplication, all the ones we've shared here are pretty similar. Look, I took 800 reais. I invested 100, 200 reais to sell water at the traffic lights. I was going to put together a team of 2 people to sell water at the traffic lights for me. Then I sold coconut candy in restaurants. I'll put together another team of 3 people to sell coconut candy in the restaurants in the state capital. If you're from the countryside, this is probably almost possible, but I didn't stick to just one business. I invested in 3 businesses, the best ones we've mentioned here. But putting a team of 2 to 3 people in each of them and making small investments and setting up 3 businesses. So at the end of the day, if one business doesn't do so well that day, because there's volatility in the market with anything, including sometimes it's a holiday. There's little movement on the street, but there's a lot of movement in the restaurant. So that's why I invested in 3 businesses. With the volatility, I wasn't going to risk not being able to multiply the 800 reais into 8,000 reais on that same day in 24 hours.
Now there's another one too, which is super scalable, which is this. Pay attention, okay? You take $100, go to the flower shop and buy flower stems. It's about, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's about 5 reais each. You go there and buy about 20 pink flower stems. Then you go to the club and you sell them to the couples there, see? The chances of you scaling this, making 1,000 or 2,000 in a single night are very high. Because the guys will be there drinking, having cachaça, and they'll want to please their loved one. The guy's right there. And he'll buy 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even more. Depending on the club you go to, he might even buy all the flowers, all the flower stems, and you're set. This one can't go wrong. This one's aggressive.
This one's cool.
Guys won. We got $800 here. We worked with what we had. Did you like the ideas? Did you like the ideas?
I'm sure the guys will like it because I have to
Make money.
right? Like it even more. Comment, share, and subscribe to the channel too.
Subscribe to the channel. It's super important for our channel. Leave
Your ideas too, man, so we can do them here. Leave your ideas. I need
content ideas that you guys like. Content that you guys are going to enjoy. You guys are the ones who will judge which are the best ideas. I'm not going to say it's not us who will judge, it's the audience who will judge.
you guys.
Man, your idea. Yeah, man, I would do it. So here's a tip for you. Do you want to multiply a little money? Do you want to multiply it by a lot in a short time? Who knows? With these ideas, you might be able to raise some quick cash to reinvest in your business later on. Did you like the video? Leave in the comments what you thought. Subscribe to the channel. We're together until the next video.